As Formula SimRacing gears up for the 24th running of its World Championship, here's a rundown on all the teams and drivers set to take part in 2024. Rafa eSports Team. After the sad demise of three-time champions Burst Esports in the off-season, former driver Michi Hoyer has secured the backing of Salvadorian energy entrepreneur Rafael Martinez and his Rafa Racing Club, and has reunited with the man with whom he won the 2021 team's title, the one and only Jernej Simoncic. Quadruple world champion Simoncic was back to his brilliant best in his 2023 comeback, taking 3 wins in Barcelona, Monza and Suzuka, and never finishing outside the top 6 on the way to title number 4. This season, the Slovenian is within touching distance of Bonnerhaus's all-time record of 5 world championships, and few would bet against him equaling the Dutchman's achievement this season. Last year, Michi Hoyer had his worst season in the World Championship since 2019, the German's best results being 6th in Montreal and Imola. He definitely showed some impressive pace, but his season was marred by incidents, including crashing into the pit wall in Japan. Nonetheless, his new team should provide something of a reset for the man with 2 third-place finishes in the overall standings to his name. Scuderia Ferrari eSports. The team's champions of 2022 were deposed by the outgoing Burst squad last year, but the Scuderia still mounted a valiant title defence. Germany's Dennis Jordan remains in scarlet alongside countryman Alex Siebel. Jordan was 3rd in the standings for the 2nd successive year in 2023, and it was his most convincing title challenge yet, taking a pair of superb victories in Montreal and Silverstone. However, in the title run-in, he ultimately fell short, losing the infamous game of DRS chicken in Spa and spinning out on the first lap at Suzuka, errors he'll be keen not to repeat. After finishing as the runner-up for 2 seasons in a row, 2023 was a disappointing season for Siebel, who slumped to 6th in the points. His consistency remained, with the German finishing every race bar 1 inside the top 8, but his best finishes were only 4th in San Marino in Japan, and he'll be eager to return to the podium in 2024. Brabham eSports. After partnering up with Arnage Competition last season, legendary Australian team Brabham has taken ownership of the squad that finished 8th in the standings last season. Hungarian lead driver János Braksok is back for his 3rd season with the squad, and this time he'll be joined by compatriot Martin Maguli. Braksok was one of the best qualifiers of 2023, delivering blistering pole laps at Silverstone and Monza. The races were a different story, however, as he had his worst season to date in the World Championship. When he wasn't suffering bad luck, he would be on the wrong strategy and chewing through his tyres. After falling to 9th in the driver standings, he'll be looking to return to the podium for his now rebranded team. Maguli had a promising rookie campaign for Visceral Esports, leading to him being signed by RHG mid-season to replace Liam Deval. His best results were 2 consecutive 11th places at Spa and Monza, on the way to 18th in the points. He's been snapped up by Brabham for his 2nd season, and being a race winner in the Virtual Endurance Championship, he'll be expected to be a more regular point scorer this season. Race Clutch. The French Race Clutch team had a solid debut in FSR in 2023, rounding out the top 10 after some solid performances. This season it's all change on the driver front, as the squad has signed race winner and reigning GPVWC Super League champion Jake Dennehan to partner rookie Owen McGorgy. 2023 was a breakthrough season for Ireland's Jake Dennehan as he sensationally beat Jernej Simoncic to take his maiden victory in Bahrain before taking 3 more podiums and 3 pole positions on his way to the runners-up spot. Now switching to Race Clutch, Dennehan has quickly become one of the fastest in the field and could go all the way to the title. The reigning GPVWC Superlights champion after a dominant season, McGorgy impressed in his debut appearance for Race Clutch at Interlagos, where the British driver finished 14th. Expect his talent to flourish across his first full season in FSR. Ground Effect SimRacing. After a strong run to 5th in 2022, Ground Effect had a rude awakening last year as the Chilean squad slumped to 11th in the points. Estonian Sander Kallas remains for a 3rd season with the team and is joined by Greek driver George Salagianis. 2017 Pro Champion Kallas endured a difficult 2023 campaign, suffering 3 DNFs in a row at the start of the season. He did, however, have a stronger second half of the campaign, including a 5th at his beloved Suzuka circuit, which helped him to 15th in the final standings, and he could well be back to his best this year as he seeks his first podium in 4 years. 2022 Academy champion Zalagianis gets his big break in the World Championship with ground effect this season after placing 5th for the team in the Pro Championship due to several strong performances, including a brilliant win at Silverstone. He made his debut at the top tier for Visceral in Japan last season and finished 18th in the points, which bodes well for his first full season. Super Venturi. Finland's Super Venturi team had a strong start to 2023, but then began to implode dramatically as several crashes saw them drop down to 12th in the standings. Filipino Finn Jan Grankvist returns to lead the driver lineup once more, alongside fellow Finn Jukka-Pekka Laulu. 2022 GPVWC Super Lights champion Grankvist led in the Bahrain opener last season before finishing 4th, but the rest of his season was marred by horrendous misfortune and some big accidents as he slumped down to 14th in the standings. He's still a strong qualifier and could easily be a front runner if he could stay out of trouble. Laulu had a somewhat quiet 2023, consistently scoring points but with a best finish of only 15th for Imola on his way to 24th in the points table. His target this year will be to break back into the top 10. Netrex GP. Whilst the NX27 team placed 4th in the standings last year, the main Netrex squad had a difficult season, placing 15th and last. Greek driver Kostas Vanvoukas stays in the Netrex family for his second season and is joined by fellow countryman and sophomore Stavros Mizadis. Vanvoukas' debut season in the World Championship was something of a baptism of fire, with his best result being a 15th place after surviving the midfield melee of Montreal. He'll be looking to come back stronger in his second bite of the cherry. Muzadis' first World Championship season for Valle saw him struggle to finish in the points. However, he did score 3 16th places in Spain, Italy and Japan, meaning he narrowly beat new teammate Vanvoukas to 26th in the standings by a single point. Now moving to Netrex, he'll be having to cut down on the errors that cost him last season. Evolution Motorsport. After disappearing off the grid for a few seasons, the Evolution Motorsport's name is back in FSR, and the German team has snagged 2 local drivers in Yannick Bock and Philipp Puschke. 2-time Super League champion Bock had a strong debut season in the World Championship for TX3, the German finishing 3rd at Silverstone on his way to 8th in the points. Now he joins Evolution, the team he enjoyed so much success with in Super League, as he seeks to take more podiums this season. 2015 Super League champion Puschke makes his debut in the World Championship. Last year he was 18th in Super League for Stax Racing, and he was also 3rd in the 2018 FSR Winter Series, and will be keen to make a good first impression with Evolution. Team VEM. FSR's first new team for 2024 is the Italian VEM outfit, who are currently 3rd in the eSports Endurance Series LMP2 Pro class. Team owner Manuel Biancalila returns to FSR for the first time since 2018 and has hired countryman Giordano Valeriano to help bolster the driver lineup. 2018 Pro Champion Valeriano enters his 5th full season in the World Championship. Last year he finished 22nd in the points for Valle with a best result of 12th at Spa. After a solid comeback, the veteran driver will be hoping for bigger and better results this season. Biancalila makes his first start in the World Championship in 6 years after entering 8 rounds for Twister Racing in 2018, his best results being 6th places in Australia and Belgium. Now returning with his bright green VEM team, Biancalila has made a name for himself as an Aston Martin eSports driver and is keen to prove himself against FSR's brightest and best once again. CMT Go Team Racing. Named after the hometown of Gothenburg in Sweden, Go Team make their bow in FSR after great success in endurance racing and are currently leading the EES LMP2 Pro class. 2022 Pro Champion Cosmo Prosciutto leads the team in his sophomore World Championship season alongside 2010 Pro Champion Matthias Stare. Prosciutto failed to score points for Royal Blue in the first 5 rounds of 2023, but he showed signs of real improvement in the second half of the season, the highlight being an equal best result of 10th at Suzuka. Now the man from Boston is back for more. It may have taken a whopping 15 years for Stare to return to the World Championship, but he's finally gotten a seat with his local team. With a career that started back in 2008, the Super Swede is hugely experienced in sim racing. Can this long-awaited star in the making finally shine? So with 10 teams and 20 drivers looking to start the season in Bahrain on the 3rd of March, the question is, who will be the champions by the 10th and final round in Japan on the 4th of August? Let us know who you'll be supporting in the comments below. Don't forget to tune in for our live coverage of Academy and Pro supporting the World Championship as always. And if you miss a round, then don't panic, you can always watch our highlights package. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you in Bahrain.